All right, so we're here at Mayden Designs on this beautiful 38-foot Top Gun. I'm here with Nick himself, the owner, and I want him to, go through and tell us a little bit about this amazing interior that he just finished up, talk a little bit about the materials and some of the design features that he chose to go with on this build.
So on this particular project, we've updated the styling a little bit. We added a little bit of bolster to the seats, added some trim panels to the back of the front seats. We redid everything with Cool Touch vinyl and then some Exo Alcantara, just to try to update things and fit the boat a bit better than what was in here.
Okay, so you said Alcantara, so suede. Now, most people, I would have never really thought suede to go in a boat, but it holds up just fine for the type of work that you do?
Yeah, the Exo line Alcantara is outdoor rated. It gets wet, but it dries and it holds up to the sun just fine and doesn't fade out too bad over time.
All right, really nice. Looking at some of the stitch work here is pretty much everything as far as the design go. Do you go with the exact same pattern that was on the boat, or did you actually change the design up and come with that on your own?
We changed it all up. Just tried to make it updated from what it was. It was very plain, simple design, no stitching of any kind really, and put some double top stitch diamonds in it, a little bit more embroidery than what was in here, and
very nice.
Added some color.
Okay. All right, so the back cover is already sewn up, made and installed. Now, once again, we glued this in place, so I'm gonna show you a little bit what that process looks like. And it's gonna start by cutting the scrim of the material. But the scrim of the material is gonna be the leftover piece of material behind the stitch line. You're gonna wanna leave roughly about 1/8 of an inch of material behind that, so when you pull the stitches apart, there's still something for them to grab. If you notice any little sew wrinkles or any folds or creases in the leather, that's not gonna be an issue, because the last step, once we get the cover installed, we're gonna hit it with the steam gun and probably put it outside. If that doesn't do the trick, we can always pull out the heat gun and hit it with the bone to smooth out any wrinkles or uneven spots. All right, it's time to stick this glue-in seat down, and I can't stress enough how important the center seam is. You wanna make sure you have all that lined up before you completely glue the seat down, because that's gonna dictate how the rest of the seat's gonna line out. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna flip this seat up. I'm gonna stretch the outer bolster edge all the way to the outer line. I'll go ahead and stick it down. You'll see that I float the insert piece down just a little bit. That way, when I press it down, I'm ensured that there's not gonna be any wrinkles on the inside of the seat. And that's what we're going for with this nice contoured seat, and the whole purpose for gluing the material directly to the sew foam. And I wanna talk to you about how I actually attach the leather, Apex leather that is, to this sew foam. So in some shops, you're gonna actually just lay it on the sew foam and you're gonna sew the border and you're gonna let the material float. Now that's gonna be great in most seat applications, as the material kind of bends over the edge, keeping everything nice and taut, and you're able to steam any kind of wrinkles out. Now another way is you're gonna get some sort of canned glue like this. It's gonna be a light tack glue. You're gonna spray just the edges and you're gonna apply in the same way. I lightly glued so I would be able to pull it back very easily, trim the foam, and then glue the leather directly to the seat frame. So that's gonna be the next step. This carpet, and we're going to do it just like the seat. We're going to do a full glue in, and it has a tweed-like finish, which is great for stretching, and as well as the bottom has this nice soft foam, which is a great sound deadener over here, which means that when Nick installed the jute padding underneath to get rid of any imperfections or uneven spots, he made sure to channel any wiring, and it's all ready to go, and he solid glued it down, so when I glue this carpet to the face of it, it won't go anywhere. I mean, that's looking pretty cool. You got the door panel all laid out for the C-10. Everything looks like it's cut exact. Is it cut exact?
Not everything is exact. Everything in the middle is exact. So the mount, the holes for the window crank, the door handle, stuff like that.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense actually. So everything's actually CNC'd and routed exact for the inside, but then you can cut it to form the actual door panel on the car itself. All right, so that's pretty much gonna wrap it up. This has been a great visit. I've been here for 3 weeks. Nick, I wanna say thank you for having me in. And obviously it never stops around here. The work keeps rolling in. I gotta hit the road. I'm gonna give you my van and I'm taking the Bronco.